get started, the club manager handed me this message as I came in. He found a lady's purse in the dining room without a name on it. However, he was able to look in the purse to determine the owner's name. Liz Claiborne, we have found your... That's Liz Claiborne. Judy and I celebrated our 60th wedding anniversary this year. I remember when we first started dating. I said, Judy, do you think you could ever love a man like me? And she answered, well, if he's not too much like you. Wait a minute, that wasn't 60 years ago, that was last night. Anyway, I got a nice surprise this morning. When I went into the kitchen, Judy was already in there, and she said, if you'll make the toast and pour the juice, breakfast will be ready. And I said, oh, that's great. What are we having? And she said, toast and juice. But I'm not complaining because I've learned a lot through being married. Before I was married, I didn't even know there was a wrong way to put milk in the refrigerator. But after breakfast, I had to go downtown to buy a get well card from an old friend in Gastonia. He's 83 years old and just got married again. So as a joke, I gave him a book entitled 100 Ways to Make Love. Unfortunately, he ended up in traction. The Germans recently discovered that Adolf Hitler got a speeding ticket in 1931. Now, why do they have to ruin a man's reputation with petty stuff like that? I was surprised to read that seniors are mainly responsible for the spread of AIDS. That's hearing aids, walking aids, hearing aids, and roll aids. Should old acquaintance be forgotten? I say yes. Especially if they're old acquaintances to whom you owe money. When I first started in the insurance business, I was an insurance adjuster, so I spent quite a bit of time in courtrooms. I remember when a judge asked a defendant, I'll start that one over. I remember when a judge asked a defendant, now isn't it true that on the 5th of November of last year, you rode naked through the streets on top of a garbage truck, setting off fireworks and singing, I did it my way? The defendant replied, what was that date again? So the prosecutor said, before this accident happened, you lived with your brother-in-law and your sister? And the witness said, yes. And you saw him interact with your sister, and I believe they had one child? And the witness said, well, I didn't actually see them interacting, but they did have one child. Rub-a-dub-dub, 3 men in a tub. That is so unsanitary. So Fred was having a shave and a manicure when he noticed that the manicurist was a very pretty woman. Fred invited her to go out for a drink and dinner after work. She said, "I'm married." Fred says, "Well, tell your husband you have to work late." She said, "Tell him yourself, he's the one shaving you." A businessman was confused about a bill he had received, so he asked his secretary for some help. "If I were to give you $25,000 minus 18%, how much would you take off?" And she replied, "Everything but my earrings." Now, Tiffany's doctor had told her that she might be having twins, but at a second exam, she was told that she was not having twins. "Oh, thank God," she said. "I really don't think I could have stood being pregnant for 18 months. And from New York, we learned that Barbra Streisand has been named the top female singer of the century. In a related story, her husband, James Brolin, was named Employee of the Month by Home Depot. Several years ago, Judy and I sang with the Piedmont Christian Chorale at the Notre Dame Cathedral, but we had nothing to do with the fire. And speaking of a fire, I understand that they still don't know how the fire started, but Quasimodo has a hunch. Well, now, if you think that's tasteless, I once knew a young man from Nantucket. Let's just say the stories about him are greatly exaggerated. And now, to raise the level of this show, I'm going to sing 2 choruses of the Sheik of Araby.
That's us.
If this microphone stays here. I'm the Sheik of Araby. Your love belongs to me. At night when you're asleep, into your tent I'll creep. The stars that shine above will light our way to love. You'll rule this land with me. I'm the Sheik of Araby. I'm the Sheik of Araby.
Without no pants on.
Your love belongs to me.
Without no pants on.
At night when you're asleep.
Without no pants on.
Into your tent I'll creep.
Without no pants on.
The light that shines above.
Without no pants on.
Will lead our way to love.
Without no pants on.
You'll rule this land with me.
Without no pants on.
I'm the Sheik of Araby. All those that join me in that, just That was very nice. Just leave your name and your address and a recent photograph at the front there. We'll be back in touch. Thank you. Anybody want to buy microphone cheap?